All right.
We're back. You back?
Hopefully, folks will make it back over
Or maybe we should wait. We can stall again.
until we have at least one person.
Oh my God. Yeah, let's wait. Until we have 6 people. Until everybody comes back.
There he is. One person. One
in the room. That's
one
great.
back.
Good
All right.
job. Good job.
There we go. Okay, everybody's making it back in. There we go. There's our haul. We found Lowell's. We found lamb's bread. There's Gary. Hello, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. What's up, buddy? Once again, here we are in Dublin. The light is lovely on you today, right now, Chela. It's beautiful in this picturesque location.
It really is beautiful. I didn't think we'd be so lucky. I thought it'd be like a truck stop.
Well, it was a little foggy this morning.
No, I meant our stop here.
Oh.
Our chat about what we did.
Well, we found this lovely park on the map off the highway after we got to get gas. We need gas to go continue on. But of course, we were in Reno for a wedding.
Yes.
And if you saw on my Instagram, we went to we stopped by the only dispensary in Reno, downtown Reno.
Mint.
Mint. Very lovely, lovely place. But we just got a pre-roll. They didn't have Lowell's there. They didn't have many pre-rolls at all, really. But we got a good one. We had two choices. I had two choices there. One was a $50 one, and one was a $27 one.
It was a good joint.
It was nice. Blueberry.
It was for a wedding, so that was nice.
Right.
You know.
Brian Arbor is in Florida. Gotta stay
Brian.
low with the weed, but I can't resist. Hey guys. Hey, thanks for joining in, Brian. Yeah, of course, normally we do this every Sunday, so we thought we'd jump on at 420 wherever we were here in California. Yeah. So Reno was pretty. I mean, we found some nice weed friends at the wedding. Yeah. Connected with some good weed friends, usual suspects. So that made the wedding more tolerable.
Yeah, and on the way up to Reno, I stopped in Sacramento, and I of course went to a dispensary there. And they were complaining about the pot apocalypse.
Were they complaining about the pot apocalypse?
They have very low stock, and so they were complaining about it.
Well, we found that within a couple here in San Francisco too. Well, on the phone they were complaining about it, but I think it all comes down to being organized.
Yeah.
Because the three we're going to talk about right now that we did this morning in our whirlwind weed tour of the San Francisco downtown
Bay Area. We were looking specifically for lounges because we don't have that in LA. And it's a super duper novelty.
And they have embraced it here in at least
in the Bay Area.
Some area.
Yeah, of the Bay Area.
San Francisco.
It seemed to be only in that really shitty kind of downtown financial district-y, mission-y kind of zone. And the three places we found were Spark. That was the one that our concierge told us about, which was great. I love that you can talk to the concierge about pot shops.
About pot shops, where to find pot shops, yeah.
So Spark is cool, but it's a vape-only lounge.
A lighter? Or you use a match?
Here's a lighter.
Oh, good.
It's a vape-only lounge, and we bought an eighth of Maui Wowie. We noticed that there's a shortage of grams right now and a shortage of pre-rolls. It seems that because apparently all the packaging is being done at the manufacturer now, and the manufacturers have to send it all out pre-packaged. So that's interesting. Yes. Okay, so Spark was sort of like MedMen meets our Cornerstone dispensary. It was nice. Simple benches, clean lines, tables. It didn't feel skeezy or weird or
Now this was because we went to two Sparks. We went to two Sparks. One was a sort of like a mini dispensary.
Yeah, it was
no
like
lounge.
Like a bodega.
Yeah. Very small selection, right. Yeah. Not very well stocked.
It was a very small counter with very little product.
But I'm glad we went back to that one despite it being in the middle of
in the middle of hell.
Yeah.
It's really a shitty area.
Sunday's a good day to go there.
Yeah. So then while we were at Spark, I also looked up, I had already looked up a couple others, and I wanted to go to Barbary Coast. So I went to the Barbary Coast, and it was around the corner from another place called the Bloom Room.
Right.
And Bloom Room also is a vapor-only lounge, but while we were at Barbary Coast, we learned that they are a real smoking facility. So it's smoking as well as vapor. And at these places, they have bongs and rolling papers and rollers and volcanoes and dab rigs and like a whole thing. And other people enjoying their product.
And it felt like, did you say it felt like a speakeasy? It was kind of cool,
yeah,
with booths and red wallpaper.
It was very San Francisco with the red wallpaper, red flocked wallpaper, and the stained glass chandeliers, the Tiffany chandeliers.
And that's where we found our Lols.
Yes, they had a really great selection. They were very well stocked, probably the best, and they seemed popular with the tourists. I think they probably have a really good concierge game because I saw a lot of touristy looking people, like from Iowa kind of look.
First timers. That's where we got our, this is where we got our Barbary Coast Lowell smoke bag. We've decided now that we're going to be taking this show on the road. Let me turn around here without actually
poke me in the eye with that.
Cancel. I'm not going to stop streaming. I'm not going to, I'm not. So
do it again.
We decided to, did I screw up? No. We decided instead of spoons, this is tricky, instead of spoons and magnets, we're going to collect exit bags.
We can just cut out the logo and put it in a book.
We'll make some kind of a kind of an art project.
Okay, so when we were at Barbary Coast, we met this wonderful fellow who has started a group called the San Francisco Social Club 415, a little before 420. Older fella, lovely guy, and
who shall go name nameless.
He turned this on to a place called Urban Farm, which I actually had looked up, and it looked great, but I didn't think it had a vapor lounge. So it fell off my list, but he said, oh yeah, not only does it have a vapor lounge, but they have a dab bar. So we're like, oh my God, dab bar, we're there. So we went, and it's a small place. Good selection though. They had lamb's bread. Super hard to find. We got a whole eighth of lamb's bread.
And they're appropriately
very excited.
And I got to say that the Barbary Coast and the second one, Urban Farm,
third one.
They had the third one. They had excellent stock and excellent selection.
Yeah.
The 1 gram thing, lack of grams, is because I think it's just impractical for manufacturers, distributors right now to be doing 1 grams, and eighths are really, because it has to be packaged individually like this, or like this.
This is an eighth of Maui Wowie. Oh no! We just dropped the glass lamb's bread jar.
See what you can do. This is what you would call a cannabis crisis. To continue.
That's it. That's all. Got nothing else to say. Everything was great. I gotta go. Peace out.
Chela's
back to LA.
Chela's gonna rescue our lamb's bread. Chela's gonna rescue our lamb's bread. But this was a pretty good morning. The 3 dispensaries we ended up going to just kept getting better and better. We found the Lowell smokes.
Show what just happened.
This is tragic.
Oh my God. Guys,
should be too bad.
Luckily it's in big nugs. Yeah, but hopefully there's no glass in with the rest of it.
Yeah, you'll be all right. That is definitely a cannabis crisis. It's a lovely jar. Well, that's part of the problem with jars, you see. That's a good reason not to have jars and go with.
I like jars, but this is terrible.
Yeah, okay, no jars. We'll go with baggies. Plus, that's more waste and heavy, the jars. So, but slipped off the new car. Oh, we did. That's right, folks. We are of the new Subaru.
Oh my God. Do you have anything more to say about cannabis?
I don't, and you've lost the urge since we're.
No, that was everything. Okay.
I think we covered everything, though, right?
That was everything. Urban Farm. No, wait.
What?
The Dab Rig Bar.
Oh, we got to talk about the Dab Rig
Bar.
Okay, Mike. Yeah.
Focus.
It's okay.
So Dab Rig
Gods.
Bar. So the best part about going to these 3 different things was the different levels of socializing amongst cannabis users. So the first place, Spark, was sort of like a cafeteria. So you kind of hung out. There was a table, long sort of communal table, wood, Not a lot of intermingling, not a lot of socialization. It was part of the dispensary area, and not a lot of cross mixing. Then at Barbary Coast, that was much more like a bar, with smoke in the air and like the leather seats and the pleather seats and the red wallpaper and the Tiffany lamps. That encouraged socialization, I thought. Plus, I think that guy, he just wanted to chat, which was lovely.
Yeah, he was very social.
Oh,
He's
club.
He runs the San Francisco Social Club.
As he should.
Part of that group.
So we chatted.
So
I'm so glad we chatted.
Yeah, totally.
Because then we went to Urban Farm,
which was top
amazing,
notch.
And we got to meet people of all generations, which was awesome. With Mike, the big giant bartender with
dab tender,
beard.
It was great.
And he totally hooked us up with the dab situation. He split up my dab. It was like buying a shot. I bought 3 shots for my group, and he split up the shot into 2 different flavors. And he kind of handled the whole business. And I gave him a nice tip, and I did the whole thing, and it was fantastic. It was really amazing, and I met all these people, and we chatted, and it was a big social thing about it that is exactly what I've missed since going to bars. I mean, I don't go to bars anymore because I don't drink alcohol, or because it's lame to go to bars.
Yeah, this is something that should be on every corner.
It's great,
like a bar
or a liquor store,
and where people who consume, because you can't smoke tobacco in there, you can't drink alcohol, but everybody's having a great time. There's a lot of topical discussion going on.
Yeah.
People dabbing everywhere.
Yeah.
A dab tender, helping you out, showing you how to do it, giving you the tips
at the dab bar
and the training at the bar.
You try different types of dabs.
Different types
different
of
flavors.
Concentrates,
so you don't have
waxes,
to,
whatever.
Buy a whole $60 gram or whatever.
Right.
You can try, a shot or half a shot of this and that.
And they split it up too, which is great. Because you could do half and come back. Oh, I did
Tangy.
We did Tangy both first.
And I did the peachy one.
Peach, and then I did
I did both sativa.
Mine were both sativa too. But it was cool. The dab rigs everywhere.
Mike was humongous.
The training. Andy was very helpful.
He was the bud tender inside,
the bud tender.
But really, the special part of Urban Farm was that dab bar. That was really, really special, and I loved getting to know the San Francisco community, because that was definitely more of a local vibe. It didn't look like a bunch of tourists. It was mostly younger people.
Right.
I think the older
Artsy
folks
theme,
were me,
steampunk kind of theme.
Me and our host, as it were.
Yeah. Which was great.
He should do tours, Bram.
He should. Well, we're gonna hook up. We're gonna talk to him about actually doing the show from one of these places up here. He's gonna hook it up for us.
It was really fun, you guys. I highly recommend it. I found most of them on Yelp, and then of course talking to the locals.
And so the Potpocalypse, for those that planned ahead.
That was a fucking Potpocalypse right there.
Yeah, that was a pot.
There's
our Potpocalypse. Did we lose any?
Not really.
Well,
crumbs to the pot gods.
If we've inhaled any glass by the end of this trip, you'll know there's a problem.
Yeah.
I think we're fine.
If we have pneumonia.
But there you go. No glass jars bad. Gold Flora packaging vaporizers at Urban Farm, just to bring some folks up to speed. Yeah. But they've got all the name brands. They had a really wide selection of stuff available. It's just the 1 gram.
And Barbary Coast.
What's lacking is grams.
Burberry. I said Burberry.
Burberry. That's a fashion reference. It's a fashion reference.
Burberry. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here. Driving
here at the Dublin Cemetery. Lou Miller in the house, Brian Arbor, Daily Dope in there. I saw his message go by. Deanne Niles is in there,
cool, guys.
Watching the show. I've been watching your chats go by, but I didn't want to talk over Chela because she's doing a great description. Great description of our.
We're gonna put our stuff away
of our hall and our. We got you to talk about.
Positivity. And we've already had our pre-roll joint.
Dublin Cemetery here in the golden hour. Beautiful. The lighting is very beautiful.
Show.
This when you thought you weren't going to get recreational pot in Oklahoma. recreational on the ballot in November. So we'll talk about that along with everything else that's going on in cannabis. Thanks for jumping in on the trip, and we'll see. I think we're back. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye from Dublin.
See you.
And pot for peace. The plant, free the people.
Don't litter.
Don't litter. Pick up the glass. Goodbye from Dublin.